So on our hat we have an Eva bird. Yeah. In Hawaiian culture, significance of guidance. Alright. And it faces upwards. Yeah. To remind us that in order for us to air up to anything that's important to us around us, we first have to air up spiritually.
So Haʻehaʻe. Kapu ke ola nā Kane. Kapu ke ola nā Kane means everything is sacred to Akua. Everything is sacred to Kane, right? The fresh water, that which brings us life. Eaʻe, kohi maila ka honua he aina no.
Heal the land. It's time for us to come together so we can heal the land. Aloha o Wai A Nani.
Aloha o wau o Makaio. Noho maua ma Kaala. Ke noho nei Mako I Neil Blaisdell Park I Keala. We're here to share today our motions and our mana'o on Ka Wai A Ka as it relates to the fuel spills, the Red Hill, actually all land and natural resource encroachments, but specifically water, the waters of Kane.
Yeah.
So Ka Wai A Ka is a chant that we have recorded from the time of Emerson, around 1909, 1910, around that era. We believe that it's older than that, but it's often done as a Oli I Ka Wai, right, which is a kahea and a pane, an answer, a response, or a call
Question
and a response. Yeah. But we do it a little bit differently because for the life of us, we could memorize it for years. Like 5 years, I think, at least we've been trying to memorize this chant, and it always escapes us. You know, we get the first few or the last few. So we decided we was going to put motions to it. And so when COVID happened, we was stuck inside the house, you know what I mean? Nothing to do. So hey, let's work on these challenging chants. And Ka Wai A Ka was one of them.
Yeah.
Little did we know how relevant it would be for us today.
Yeah.
And how powerful it would be for us as a couple, as people of this place, to connect to the waters of Kane.
Share our energy with not just our people, but with the whole world, because water is important, for us to live. And it's unfortunate the situation that's happening at the moment with Red Hill. But we need to, it's time now for us to take a stance. So we were at the Capitol listening to Oahu water protectors give their speeches about this situation, and it was very touching. It was very empowering, and we knew that we were called. This is a kuleana for us, a responsibility for us, and we knew that that was the moment, that was the perfect time for us to actually share this important chant for this important purpose.
On that day, they had mentioned Hemele no Kane. They had mentioned that these are the waters of Kane and that they're found in our special places, but nobody went in depth, right? Nobody invoked it. You see, pule, right? So Oli is like pule. Our hula is like pule. Prayers. And that's what changes things. That's what invokes the spirit. And we were so moved by everybody else that there was this fire that we had to say, where are the waters of Kane? There are the waters of Kane, ea, right?
You know, as people of Hawaii, where the waters of Kane are, it's within our DNA. It's all the cultural traditions that we practice from way back when, and it's within us. It is us. It's a part of our aina. It's a part of us.
It's the hydrological cycle. One point that I think I would like everybody to know is that the waters of Kane are waters that have not been manipulated by man.
Yeah.
So even in ancient times, Hawaiians would cut away from the kahawai, from the stream, right, to flood their taro patches, and then return that water back into the stream. Those nutrients that it got from the lo'i would then feed the mulivai, all the animals and the limu and stuff inside of the mulivai, where the fresh water met the ocean.
Water, yeah.
So,
it's the ecosystem.
yeah. Well, the once we cut from the Kahawai, yeah, it was no longer the waters of Kane, right? And the waters of Kane are the waters that bring us life. Spiritually, for Nani and I, the waters of Kane are the everlasting waters.
Everlasting waters.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much why we're here. And we hope everybody enjoys our emotions to this mele, to this oli, as well as to continue to perpetuate it. Yeah. To evoke, like Makaio said, our akuas. When we are connected, we understand what our responsibility is as a people of this Aina. Yeah.
I think a final thought that I have is that as for the chant and the way we do it, is that it's not, we don't do it traditionally again, right? As I said earlier, it was the kahoahoa style is the most common way that it's done. And whenever you do oli, it's heleo vale no. It's just the words. But with the motions,
because we're hula people.
Because we're hula people, right? With the motions, it brings in something new.
Yeah.
And in January 5th, 2021, I broke my shoulder blade, my collarbone, and 3 or 4 ribs, and I felt like, I'm never going to be able to dance hula again. And I was really frightened. After about a week, I realized that if I hit my head as hard as I had exploded my shoulder, I might not be here. So I got grateful, and Nani and I, we cut our motions in half, and she became the left side, I became the right side, and that was a profound change,
in the song itself.
In the song, but how we related to the song, how we related to the water and to the spaces that we were in, changes dramatically.
I think a lot of it has to do with the connection, though it brought to us as well, the connection together in this mele as well. Yeah. Yeah. It brought us as one. So right. In our culture, we have duality. Yeah, a female side and a male side. So I sit on his left representing our female side as hina. And he sits on my right representing the male side as ku. Yeah, so it's an important part of our culture to know that there's a balance that is needed in our lives, yeah? And this song, these motions, our connection brought that balance up. Yeah. So, mahalo for letting us share. Ola I Ka Wai.
Ola I Ka Wai.
Ola I Ka Wai.
He ui!
He ninau.
E ua kuna uia o e He A Ka Wai a Kāne. Ai kai tina ka Puka i Haʻehaʻe. Ai laila ka wai a Kāne. E ua kuna uia o e He A Ka Wai a Kāne. Ai Kaulana ka la i ka pai i opua i ke kai. E mai ana ma Nihoa ma ka mole mai o Lehua. Ai laila ka wai a Kāne. E ua kuna uia o e He A Ka Wai a Kāne. Ai Kuhikuhi ke Kaulana ke wawa i ke ka Hawaii. Ai laila ka wai a Kāne. E ua kuna uia o e He A Ka Wai a Kāne. Ai kai ka moana i ke kualau i ke ānue nue. I ka pūnohu i ka ua koko i ka ālewa. Ai laila ka wai a Kāne. E ua kuna uia o e He A Ka Wai a Kāne. Ai luna ka wai a Kāne. Kia uli, kia ele, kia pano, kia pōpolo hua mea Kāne la e. Ai laila ka wai a Kāne. E ua kuna uia o e He A Ka Wai a Kāne. Ai lalo i ka onua i ka wai huu. I ka wai kaua Kāne me kana loa. He wai puna, he wai inu, he wai mana, he wai ola. Ola no ea.
Ola. Oya no.
Ola. Okay, sorry, 5-minute break.